Matt, what was the emotion like for you going out to the mound, getting those ovations and pitching in this game?
There was a lot. There was a lot of excitement, a lot of memories. I wasn't, obviously there's been so many ups and downs here at this ballpark and with this organization that, I didn't really know what to expect, and what they gave me, what the fans gave me out there was pretty incredible. And was holding back tears. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was pretty hard holding them back, and it reminded me of a lot of the good memories, and coming off the field with an ovation like that. It brought a lot back, and it was very special to me. Something I'll never forget.
Rich Dubroff, you're up next.
Well, how disappointing then is it for you to have an outing like this in front of all those grateful fans?
Yeah, obviously, I wish things went differently. I wish the score was flip-flopped, but my job is to go out and keep runs off the board, and obviously I didn't do that, regardless if we were playing the situation. And it was a rough one. I felt like I made some decent pitches, and they were tough. They made me work. They hit the ball the other way well. They kind of went against their scouting report that I had used, from their previous games, or in the last week and a half, and they did a good job. They hit the ball where we weren't, and made me work. Got a couple hits, timely hits, especially in the second or third, and then just kind of always had traffic. So it was one of those where balls weren't hit very hard, but they got some runs across.
John Mioli, you're up next.
Matt, with all those balls, hit softly falling in for hits, is it hard to give up control and kind of, and trust that, sometimes they're going to find gloves and sometimes they're not in those?
No, I've been pitching long enough to realize that, that's part of the game. You got to keep going. Obviously, as of recently, I've, the last couple of years have been kind of this way. So I wouldn't say I've gotten used to it, but being able to battle through it and continue to stay in the attack mode, stay in the mindset of trying to limit damage. Obviously, I wasn't able to do that today, but throughout the outing, I felt like I attacked pretty well. Obviously the only walk was my last hitter to Alonso, and it's one of those where I'm not gonna kill myself about it and beat myself up, I guess you could say, and it's one of those where I made some pitches and guys hit it where we weren't, and they put runs on the board. So like I've always said, I gotta keep working hard and keep pounding the zone, and hopefully those weaker contacts go to our position players.
David Lennon of New York Newsday, you're up.
Matt, when you first walk out there for the first inning and the crowd starts getting on their feet and you're standing on the Citi Field mound again, and I would have to think that had to be the emotional time for you. You even kind of tipped your cap to the fans. How do you pull yourself back in to get ready to pitch at that point? It had to be a battle with all those feelings coming back to you at that moment.
Yeah, it was hard. This is a very special place to me. I'd like to say I gave everything I had here. Especially in that 2015 run, it was really something special, and I left it all out there for everybody, for the fans, for our teammates. That was a big year for us as a team and for the city of New York, and those memories definitely came in when I got some cheers and got the standing ovation, and it was, like I said, it was absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
Tyler Kepner, you're up next.
Matt, in looking at how the fans responded to you today and thinking about why they cheered, it was probably, the positive legacy that you left here for sure, despite everything. Do you think when you look back at Game 5, and like you said, leaving it all out there, pitching all the way through the postseason after everything that went on, do you think that contributed to the injuries? And if so, was it worth it?
Oh, that's something I definitely don't want to talk about. I wouldn't take back going to the World Series, pitching in the playoffs, the cheers from the fans, the respect from the teammates for doing that. I wouldn't look back on anything. Things happen. Yeah, it was a lot of innings, but we were in the playoffs and we were in the World Series, and that's something that I may never get a chance to do. Some of the guys over there may never get a chance to do, and that was. I would, like I said, I would never take that back. Those experiences, those memories, the cheers coming off the field. It's something you can't explain and we'll never forget.
Thank you.
Time for a couple more questions. Anthony DeComo from MLB.com. Go ahead.
Hey, Matt, you mentioned, not really knowing what to expect from the crowd. Did you think there was a chance it wouldn't be this warm of a reception? And if so, why did that go through your mind?
Obviously the last couple of years weren't the way I want them to go. I think there was a lot of, between the injuries and I think me getting in my own way and causing some of those problems. I think it was, I feel for them. I feel for the fans that maybe I let them down and I think it's, I guess it's fair to say that I would understand if they did. I'm extremely happy that they didn't, and I went the other way. But the last couple of years, I guess, have been extremely humbling, and the last couple of years, especially here, have been extremely humbling. And I've learned from my mistakes, and finally being healthy and trying to kind of reinvent myself and get back out there is. It hasn't been easy, but it's kind of besides today, I think things have been going in the right direction. So I'm not going to beat myself up about a bad outing, but obviously I wish it was different. But I'm healthy, like I said, and I've learned from my mistakes and just trying to keep putting myself into, the right position to keep playing this game.
Thank you.
Final question goes to Tim Britton from The Athletic. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Matt, it had been, I think, just over 3 years since you had pitched here. Did it feel like it had been that long, longer than that to you? How do you analyze that gap in time?
No, I mean, it didn't really feel that long, I'd say. I think, I feel like looking back on the time here, things went by, obviously really fast. And like I've said all along, I wish they could have ended differently or whatnot. But, obviously the struggles over the last couple of years and with the memories of the good stuff, the World Series obviously didn't go our way, but just the energy from the fans. Those memories are so vivid in my mind that it made it not feel so long.